It's the best one because it's 50 Cent.
For real.
You see-
I
you
didn't
know.
think the motherfucker, I didn't think the motherfucker was serious about making it. To be real with you.
No, I knew he was coming out with that because when once he put out that post, I'm like 50 ain't playing. He gonna definitely come out with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
It's more than like how people just troll and they say shit, but 50 when he say shit, he mean it. He ain't just posting up shit just to post it up.
man, this I got a
It,
lot to say. Some shit I never knew. To be real with you,
yeah,
some shit I never
it's
knew.
it's, it's
And I
more. What's his
go
name?
ahead. I'm sorry.
It's more backstory with the 50 and Diddy beef because like there was some shit that I heard and I'm like, oh, this is why 50 going at Diddy. There's some other shit involved.
There was a boy, a very strange enchant. Yo, when they play that Nat King Cole song with the Diddy,
Right. And he was playing
I
it
was
on the
done.
TV. They showed him.
You said what?
He was playing it on the flat screen.
Yo, I was
So,
done. Yo, yo,
I
I'm
hope they pay.
sorry. With all due respect to the victims, I'm not counting this the victims, but some of this shit was some of the most funniest. This part where he was like, I got jealous when Biggie was one part. I was like, hold on, wait a minute, wait, what?
I hope they paid Nat King Cole Estate to use that song because
And then
both
Eric,
him and the daughter dead. So who's running Nat King Cole Estate right now?
Eric Sermon. I got a lot to say about Eric Sermon's story.
Now
I got a
that
lot.
part I didn't know. That part I
I
didn't know
know,
about.
yo, I got a lot to say about the Green Eyed Bandit because
Yeah, that part I didn't know about.
he was about to whoop Puffy's ass, and I heard
Cause
Ready to
I
Die.
was like, yo, we had that album since '92, and I had not one time. And even if you look in the credits, his name is not in the credits.
Oh
When you look in the album credits, his name is not there. So then I'm
shit!
like, yo, I didn't even know about that.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god! Like I said, some of this shit, I'll be sure was ready.
He was ready.
I'll be sure ready.
He was ready.
That bad boy president. What's his name? I gotta pull up his name. Hold on.
You talking about Kirk Burrows?
Kirk Burrows. That
Yeah,
nigga, that nigga had all the receipts. And they
yep.
had the video. They had like the videos.
He kept everything. He kept all the receipts and shit from like the '90s and all that.
There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy.
This don't change anything about how I feel about Diddy. I always said like yo like from the '90s when Wendy Williams was on, she was saying that he was doing shit and people turned a blind eye to it and people was like yo she lying and all this other shit. Now you see Wendy was right.
Hmm, I'm done.
It's deeper than that. The baby mother's involved, but there's some other shit involved with 50 and Diddy. And now it all makes sense. I'm like, so it's more than just the Mace thing.
Hmm. Oh my god, I've seen a lot of documentaries about the Tupac and Biggie beef, but this might be the
Yeah.
most.
That
I don't.
this is it. That nobody after this should make a Diddy documentary. This is it.
Shit, this is my third time watching this document.
This shit beat out Stranger Things, bro. Like that's how crazy it is. This shit Stranger Things was number one and it beat out Stranger Things.
But on some real shit, I do want to talk about that Eddie Murphy documentary. I do want to talk about some black
Yeah, I haven't
empowerment.
watched that yet. I gotta watch that.
Well, you haven't watched? Oh yeah, you got to watch
Nah, I
that
haven't
shit.
watched it yet.
That shit was fire. I
I
wanted to
heard
talk about that first, but I didn't think you wanted to talk about this shit. To be real with you,
we this is it. After this, I don't want nobody asking me no more about Diddy. I'm saying everything I need to say about Diddy tonight, and that's it. And watching the documentary didn't change anything about how I feel about him. So he's still a devil. He still did a lot of shit to the industry. Then he's paying for it now. He should have been in jail longer. He ain't gonna win. He don't have no money to go against Netflix. He ain't winning that.
Hmm. All right, let's get this shit started.
Mm-hmm.
What's good? It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy trying to building with me. What's
Yo,
good, Try?
chilling.
Y'all know the title. Oh my lord. This this is just a timeline. This is just a timeline, a chronological journey of a single man's destructive path. Everything he touches, it just turns into ass. It just turns into curses, destruction. But he tries to blind you all with the shiny glitter, the dancing, and then the dream, and then the cars and the money and all this shit. I'm not talking about Willy Wonka. I'm talking about the Diddler, Diddy, the long-awaited. Well, I don't even know if a lot of people were really waiting for this because they didn't really know if it was actually going to happen. But the 50 Cent documentary, The Reckoning. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! Oh my goodness. So should we tell motherfuckers who Diddy is in case they don't know?
No, they should already know at this point.
It's crazy. And I was just thinking about this shit. 2023 was the year he was honored by the BET Award and the VMAs, and he was dropping that Love album.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like Bad Boys rejuvenated. Everyone was like, "Oh, Diddy is a genius. He's a legend." And then when the allegations came out, I've never seen a lot of motherfuckers. They were just like a swish, like whew. They went from "We love you, Diddy" to "Fuck you, Diddy," and it was like the Cassie shit was what really the Cassie shit was what really started it off. Then he sold that shit real quick, thinking like, "Oh yeah, he good and shit." And boom, 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 shit was just popping off and shit. So let's talk about this documentary. So it was 4 episodes and shit like that, like some surviving R. Kelly shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The first episode talks about this young man's journey into his dad being like a gangster was killed, his mom teaching him the game, him being this goofy Catholic kid, somehow, some way, started hustling his way to the top, went from dancing in music videos, and then the Uptown Records shit. Then, oh Jesus, oh, man, it's talking about him meeting Kim Porter, that stampede, his issues with Andre Harrell and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Him trying to like promote Jodeci and Mary J. Blige. Let me just say this, and I'm just going to say this once and once and only. Diddy did not discover Jodeci. Diddy did not discover Mary J. Blige. Don't let these history
No.
books fool you.
Nope.
Let these history books fool you and some shit like that.
That was all Andre.
And Heavy D, Heavy D too.
Every day, yes.
Rest in peace, to both of them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much molded them. Then he heard Biggie and stuff like that too. And so they end off this first episode with him about to form Bad Boy and him witnessing pretty much the growing connection between Biggie and Tupac. And then the second episode, you see Bad Boy Records happening, but then it gets a critical look on the Tupac and Biggie, how they were friends at first, and then we all know the story, Quad City shooting, and then Puffy doing this thing that put doubt in Biggie's head. Now this is the episode that really raised my eyebrows and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because while they were talking about Pac and Biggie's death, the whole fucking shit with the funeral, this is the shit I was like, this blew my fucking mind and stuff. Cause everyone started a funeral with that looked like a big celebration for Brooklyn and everything like that too. So
Right.
Diddy made it seem like he paid for that funeral, but he pretty much built it on Biggie's name, that funeral. And I was like, what? And then this was also the episode where that Eric Sermon story. And this shit,
Yeah,
I was looking at myself like, okay, now we really revealing some shit I don't even know about because
right.
uh Eric was telling the story how Diddy was dating like his girl at the time who ended up being his first big mama or whatever.
Misa,
Yeah, Nisa.
Misa.
And
He was dating Justin's mother.
yeah, got you.
Hmm.
And Eric got wind that Diddy was abusing her. So Diddy was banging on the window on Eric's car, and he snuffs Eric. And so when Eric was about to fight him, Diddy started playing Biggie's Ready to Die album, and they forgot. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me he knocked your ass? He knocked your ass. Also, he started playing
No,
Ready to Die.
he said he swung at him and he missed.
Swung him and he missed and
Yeah,
shit.
he
Yeah.
swung at him and Eric was like, why are you swinging at me?
Okay. Yeah. And so he played Ready to Die. I was like, okay, some of this shit I was like, I didn't even fucking know about. And then the third episode happens, and now Puffy is like the most successful hip hop act. Oh, mind you, and you told me this how Biggie was supposed to have been on Rolling Stone and
Hmm.
shit like,
Yep,
and Diddy was like, fuck that, he's gonna be on that shit.
yep. Bro, I
That
had that issue. That issue with Puffy on the cover. I had that Rolling Stone issue.
you should burn that issue.
No, I don't have it no more. But I had it, and when that I heard about that. Was either this year or last year? I heard about somebody saying that after Big died, that Puffy wanted the Rolling Stone cover for himself. That was supposed to be the Biggie tribute issue, and Puff took it for himself.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So then the third episode, he's like the most successful music executive, the most successful rapper, yada yada yada. And then he starts doing too much. This episode is what I call the doing too much episode, in my opinion.
Mhm.
So the whole 1999 gun, the whole gun club shoot would got Shine fucked up and stuff like that too. And then all the artists was leaving Bad Boy. He had to find new ways to make music. So of course he started doing reality TV. He started doing reality TV, and he did that whole shit with fucking making the band. And
Mhm.
then they were talking about that infamous cheesecake scenario, which he wanted to get that cheesecake for Beyonce allegedly or some shit. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
bullshit. He wanted to date Beyonce.
That's from where I saw that shit.
That's crazy.
Uh,
So you mean to tell me? So allegedly Jay and Dame fall out because Dame had a thing for Beyonce, right? And if that shit is true that Diddy wanted to get the cheesecake for Beyonce, how come him and Jay are like best friends though?
I don't know. Shit. So then he met Cassie. This was also the episode where they had that little Nat King Cole montage.
Bro, that shit is funny,
I'm
bro.
sorry. I'm sorry. That was so fucking. I was like, 50 is a diet pop.
That Nat
He
King
had,
Cole song about to be #1 on streaming after this.
there was a boy, a very strange enchanted boy. And they picked the right fucking clips, like of his wide-eyed face and shit.
Right?
Oh my goodness, I was dead. I had to rewind that part like 5 fucking times because I was just like, yo,
Yeah.
what is this? What is this song? Like, what?
He was feeling himself. Literally, he was feeling
I
himself.
thought this was the doing too much episode. I tell y'all, motherfuckers. Hell, oh shit. And then him interview talking about I got jealous of Biggie whenever he was around other people. He wanted him to himself.
Mhm.
I was like, hold on, wait a minute, what
But
the
yeah,
fuck?
he said that. But bro, when No Way Out came out, right? There's an MTV interview where he's telling, I think it was Kurt Loder or whatever, that when he was on stage with Big, he used to see how Big used to rock the crowd, and he wanted to do the same thing. He said that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? When you look in hindsight, when you look at everything now, he wanted to be what Biggie was. He wanted to be Biggie because he saw the admiration and all the love for Big, and he wanted that shit for himself. And that's why it was he low key. Always felt like Puff had a hand in Biggie's murder, and the same with Pac. He was jealous of Tupac. We knew that. You know what I'm saying? If you look at that movie, like we did a movie review years ago about was it City of Lies with Johnny Depp and Forrest Whitaker, and even in that movie, they even said the same thing. He was jealous of Tupac, and he's the one that ordered a hit on Pac.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a coincidence that Tupac dies in '96, and then in '97 in March 9th, Biggie gets gunned down. That's not a coincidence.
And mind you, y'all forget, motherfucker was on the Steve Harvey show when they had an episode where him and
Yeah,
Snoop guest started some shit
right.
about we
What did
gotta
what did
stop.
we hear when Biggie wanted to? He didn't even want to be out there. He wanted to go to London to promote Life After Death. Puffy wanted him in California. So even if he didn't directly pull the trigger, he is responsible for Biggie dying.
And,
You know what I'm
and,
saying? Valletta Wallace, rest in peace. Valletta even said she didn't want Biggie out there to begin with.
and let me tell y'all something about that I'll Be Missing You song. So I was reading a story about, cause we all know that was Sauce Money song that he wrote that for his moms and some shit.
Mhm.
But he actually had to force Faith Evans to do that song. Faith didn't even want to do that song originally.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And
right.
that's why you watch these like MTV interviews after
Hmm.
Biggie's death, make it seem like he was Biggie's best friend.
Exactly.
That's like he always give that little slight smile and shit like
Right.
that. And then
And
this this is what killed. You said what?
and the shit that Kirk Bros was saying, right? Biggie had to renegotiate his contract with Bad Boy after Ready to Die went platinum. He had to
Exactly.
renegotiate his contract because he felt like he wasn't getting what he rightfully deserved.
And mind you, Biggie sold his publishing for like I think 25K, either 25K or like 50K, one of them shits.
Right? And then there's that rumor about, you saw the clip when Biggie says in the More Money, More Problems video that he's paranoid, he feel like somebody's trying to kill him. He was getting
Yeah,
death threats. That actual the little skit that comes on before, was it going back to Cali?
yeah,
I forgot, was it after Play Hater? Like that skit where he got like the death threat, that's a real death threat. That is a real death threat that Puffy kept on the album.
that's that's
Okay, that's
crazy.
that's not Puffy playing the prank caller. That's an actual death threat that Biggie got that Puffy put on the album. Okay, once again, Valletta, it came out of her own mouth. She never wanted Biggie out there. If you watch the Netflix, there's a Netflix Biggie documentary that came out, like I think it was like a year or two ago. Valletta in that documentary said she never wanted Biggie out there. That she never trusted Puff. You know what I'm saying?
And
Everything that he's done since Biggie's died, he's been milking Biggie's legacy. Born Again, the duets album, the King and I with Faith Evans, all of that shit he's been milking. The Dirty Money album, he's been milking Biggie's legacy since he died in '97, making money off his estate. And then the fact, we come out and we hear about he had Biggie pay for his own funeral. What the fuck is that? Your own artist, your best artist ever. There's nobody else on Bad Boy that will ever be better than Biggie. That was his best artist. And the minute that Biggie died, Bad Boy died with Biggie. It was never the same after that. I love Mace, but Mace only had one good album. He was never going to take the place of Biggie. Not Shine, not Black Rob, rest in peace, not Loon, none of them. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you a CEO of a label, and you have your best artist ever gets gunned down, and he's paying his own funeral, that should tell people everything right there about Puff.
And then
I've never heard that in my life.
you dancing on these award shows and shit like
Yeah,
that with a gospel choir in the background.
he couldn't wait to get Biggie out the way so that he can be his own star of his own label, which was when he came up with No Way Out. That should tell people everything you need to know about this guy. Crazy. That's you know what I'm saying. And the fact that the Eric Sermon thing I never knew about. The Eric Sermon did the album intro on What's the 411. So that beat that you hear with the voicemails playing, that's Eric Sermon's beat. He never paid Eric Sermon for that beat. When you look in the album credits, Eric Sermon's name is not even on here. He straight played Eric Sermon not once but twice. Let's go back to the My Life album, right? That little skit where you hear Keith Murray on the Who Shot Your beat. That was for Keith Murray. That was not for Biggie.
Exactly.
So he played Def Squad twice.
In the alternate universe, that "Who Shot Your" song would have been Keith Murray's, and a lot of shit
Bro,
would have been avoided.
bro. And bro, Who Shot Your LL Cool J was supposed to be on that song also. He was in the studio when Biggie recorded that. He was writing his verse. Somehow, when Biggie leaves the studio and he comes back, LL ain't on the song. So I need to hear what from LL Cool J. What happened with his verse for that song? How come he wasn't on it? You know what I'm saying? Like this is what he's done. Like we know he was a snake in the grass for years, for decades. This is nothing new. It's so many things, bro. Like I don't think this documentary changed anything of how people felt about him. You know, the shit with Cassie and that dude that was talking about like what he was a sex worker or whatever, bro. That was like so cringe to even hear. Like it's like he didn't even want to talk about it. He was like, I'm like, bro, like they really had this dude like talk about this shit. Yeah, exactly. He did that to Pete Rock.
Oh, Pete Rock.
You know what I'm saying? He did it to Havoc. Let's go back. Okay, No Way Out. The song "I Love You, Baby." That beat is by Havoc.
I,
That's not
can I
Puffy.
be that whole Pete Rock incident soured Pete Rock for a lie? Like I don't know if it was just me, but he was not the same after that. Especially how like he got mad at some of these other artists wanting credit and shit. You know,
Pete Rock did the original, and it ended up being the remix. I like the original better than the M2 May joint. I like the M2 May joint is fire, but I love the Pete Rock version, and that's considered the remix now. That the Havoc beat. Did he even pay Havoc for that beat?
Good question.
And Havoc worked with him twice because he did the "I Love You Baby" joint, and then he did the Last Days beat. But I think he had lost the beat or some shit, and he had to do it over. Who knows if it's lost? Like that could be in the Bad Boy vault somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like he made Biggie look soft, yo. Like when he's going at Pac and Pac is saying all this shit about Bad Boy and his wife and all that. And I know Biggie deep down wanted to annihilate Pac. He wanted to crush him with a diss song. And what did Puff do? Nah, don't do that. Nah, I'ma handle it my own way. That's why he didn't want Big involved because he did the whole thing on his own. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want Biggie involved. He didn't want his best artist involved in that shit. That's why he was telling Big, nah, don't do no diss song against him. I got him.
He did do it this some long kiss goodnight.
Yeah, but he ain't called his name out though. That's what I'm like. If you listen to a lot of those songs on there, you could be like, oh well, this is for Pac. He ain't called nobody name out though. And you listen to Hit 'Em Up, Tupac is calling niggas names. Big could have did the same thing. You know, the 50 Cent thing, that should go back to when 50 came out with How to Rob, and remember he mentioned Puffy's name on that shit, and Puff didn't like that, right? Sony Music, 50 was on Columbia. That's part of Sony Music. That's also a part of Arista. So when 50 gets dropped from Columbia, who you think did that? That was Puff. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just drop 50 out of the blue for no reason. So
Exactly.
so he had to basically rehab after getting shot, and then do the mixtape stuff, and then he gets signed by Shady Aftermath. He got dropped out of Columbia because of Puff. So that beef go deeper than just his baby mama being involved in shit, right? And then on top of that, you got the Mace thing where he 50 wanted Mace on G Unit, and Mace was still under contract with Bad Boy for 6 albums, and Puff wouldn't release him, and he was like, if you want him, it's gonna be a $3 million buyout. Mace ain't worth $3 million. You got one good album. You're
Well,
not worth that. You ain't worth that money.
that whole 6 album, 10 album deal, man, they be tricking niggas with that shit.
Yeah, he not worth that money. J. Cole worth more than Mace. You know what I'm saying? So then there's that. But that beef go deeper than just his baby mama and shit. But it's like, yo, like he really the whole thing is like I can't understand how he only got 4 years in prison after everything. Like even the cat what Cassie should have done was she should have filed charges on him because you got the tape of him kicking her ass on you. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing with Capricorn Clark, and it's so many people involved in this shit, yo.
Jesus Christ. Then the last episode, that whole shit with that girl from Dirty Money.
Yeah, Don Richard.
No, not, yeah, her, but the
Oh,
other
the other
girl.
one, the other girl.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's her name? Gully Black or whatever.
whatever her name was. I never cared for. Like she told me how that story about how she asked him for like 5,000, I think, just to get a good lawyer for custody of the kids, but he declined it. But like hours later, he needed her help because they were after him. It was the day that he got arrested. I was just like, Jesus.
The whole thing with the band and having them embarrass themselves on national TV, all for nothing. They never got no real contract. They came out with one album. That shit flopped. If Babs even said it, it was like basically they signed just for getting some fame. It was no money involved. You know what I'm saying? They embarrassed themselves on TV and went through all type of shit just to be on TV. Walking over the Brooklyn Bridge for cheesecake, I don't even do that shit. And I live in Brooklyn. You couldn't get me to walk over no fucking bridge for anything. You know what I'm saying? But that's how young and stupid they was, that they really thought that, listening to whatever he told you to do was going to get them further to success. They didn't get shit out of it. He treated them like shit. He should have gotten his ass kicked by them for that. Same with Danny Kane and grooming Aubrey O'Day to be his girlfriend and telling her what to wear, what not to wear, leaving no type of text messages for her and shit. Where did they get them? Because that whole group broke up. Where did they get them? They didn't get them shit. They don't even got their publishing. They 26, same with them.
That's a damn shame.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was his own star for his own label. He wasn't putting no promotion into Carl Thomas' second album, and What 112 took him to court just to get off of that bad boy so that they could get signed with Def Jam. They had to go to court.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Faith Evans wanted out. She was like, she done. And she asked to be let go after the Faithfully album. Like after the Faithfully album, she left.
Yeah, because they didn't market, and that was like her best album. They
That's
didn't
one of her
market it.
best albums. And it didn't get a lot of promotion.
She wanted to market forever.
You know what I'm saying? Like all Loon, same with him. He didn't get no promotion for his album. Mark Curry didn't even drop an album. You know, G Dep. What happened with him? He come out with an album and he didn't even have money to go see his baby mama give birth to his kid. He had no money to go to the hospital. And then he gets locked up. Like this is the downfall of Bad Boy after Biggie died.
G Dep
The
still messing
locks.
with it.
The locks had a fan fucking petition outside of the Bad Boy offices. They don't even do that no more.
Free the
They had to
locks.
have a fan petition just to get them off the Bad Boy and go to Rough Riders. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a trail of death and destruction with this guy. It's been going on for a long time, and it's like just like people just seeing it now. I'm like, bro, we've been seeing this shit. Everybody was scared to stand up to him. Like I still feel like there's people in the industry that know about shit that he's done, and they won't come out and speak. That's how much fear he put into people. I even know somebody. I know somebody personally that's been around him, but I'm not gonna say their name. But just know that we've already had those conversations about him, and she told me a lot about him. You know what I'm saying? But this has been going on forever. You know, and it's just sad. Like that whole Cassie thing. Cassie took advantage of Cassie. She was young. She was naive. She didn't know about the business, and she was basically like his sex slave. You know what I'm saying? And she was doing any and everything to please him, and that didn't further her career at all. And it's like you see the pattern with him, right? Like when he meets somebody, especially like if he meet a guy that already have a girlfriend, he ready to take their girlfriend away from him, right? It happened with Albie Shore and Kim. It happened with Eric Sermon and Misa. It happened with Cassie. Cassie was dating Ryan Leslie and Kid Cudi, and he was like, "Nah, you're not dating them no more." That's why, yo, remember when Ryan Leslie lost his laptop? I think Puffy had something to do with that. Okay, there was a laptop that Ryan Leslie had with a bunch of new songs in it, and it got stolen. I think Puff had something to do with that, and he's never gotten back that laptop.
I would not be surprised.
Right, the Kid Cudi thing. She was dating Kid Cudi, and he shows up to kill Kid Cudi. He had a loaded gun on him, ready to kill him, and blew up his car. So if he can do shit like that, y'all really think that he can't take out Tupac? Come on. I don't think Pac was paranoid at all. I really now I feel like him getting shot at Quad Studios, that was Puff.
Oh yeah.
Just the fact that you did, nah, that's more than a coincidence. The fact that Pac gets gunned down in Vegas, that's more than coincidence, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the thing at Jermaine Dupri's birthday party and one of Shug's people got shot. Puffy was there. Stevie Wonder could see that shit. He had something to do with that too. Nah, man. She a victim even when she don't know she a victim. Even if she went along with this shit, it's still wrong. You know what I'm saying? The thing that's fucked up was that if she had realized at that time what she was doing, and then she actually pressed charges, it would have worked out for her. Because now it make Cassie look some type of way. But she was young and she didn't know what the hell she was doing. She was just happy to be in the industry. You know what I'm saying? If you in a relationship, an abusive relationship, and you getting your ass beat every day, it's wrong. Whether you stay in that relationship or not. You could be in that relationship every day and know that you're getting fucked up and still stay. But at some, for a lot of them, it becomes normal for them. Just because it feels normal, that don't mean it's not wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She might have already knew that she was in a fucked up situation, but she couldn't leave, so it became normal to her. That don't mean it's not wrong. Michelle
It's just a
Michelle
whole.
said she Michelle said she wanted to be his trophy. Yeah, but it's still wrong, even if she thought like that. And but again, it's like there's nobody there to tell him that he's wrong for what he's doing. Because if you tell him, especially if you're working for him, you're getting fired. And I'm pretty sure a lot of those cats like Capricorn Clark and Kirk Burrows, all of them that was talking on the documentary knew what he was doing, but they weren't able to tell him that he was wrong at that time.
It just don't make no damn sense.
Ryan Leslie wasn't gonna make her no star. He was trying to push his own career. You ask somebody right now, unless they really know his music, ask somebody right now, what's your favorite Ryan Leslie song? Nobody can answer that. What's your favorite Ryan Leslie album? Nobody can answer that. You know what I'm saying? She was getting her ass beat for years. Don't mean that is right.
And violence is never domestic violence is
I'm
never a
not I'm
good
not
thing.
putting that on Cassie, man. That's a woman. You sound crazy, Sean. That's still a woman at the end of the day. No matter whether she was wrong or right. He was wrong for doing what he did to her.
He was wrong for doing what he did to a lot of women. Yeah, man. And the Audrey, we didn't even mention about Audrey. Oh my god,
I
Audrey
mean,
Hepburn.
he was good. Well, I heard about rumors about that for years that he was dating Aubrey. He made her the leader of Danny D. Kane. But there's other shit as well. Like he was forcing himself on Aubrey. Hey,
It's
Kim
crazy.
Kim Kim already knew about Cassie and she stayed. Why didn't she leave? Because she was afraid of him. You know what I'm saying? These women probably already knew that they were in fucked up situations. They didn't leave. They were scared, right? Especially if you Kim and you the wife of this nigga, and then you got like two twin daughters that were just born. You know what I'm saying? He even threatened like a lot of those women, like yo, like I'll kill you. Like he did that to Capricorn. Like he threatened to kill her. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm not giving Diddy no fucking sympathy. I'm sorry. Okay, those are women that he abused and shit. He ain't getting no sympathy from me. Y'all want to give him sympathy like he's some fucking martyr? That's your business. When I sat up on here 2 years ago and said this nigga was no good, I had fucking Mark came on here. You know what I'm saying? Who else was on here? BJ came on here. Y'all was defending this motherfucker. Oh, he's a legend. A legend for what? What legend is he? Anything that was good is gone now because of what he done. He's not getting in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They'd be stupid to put him in there. Okay, they shouldn't even put anything worthy of him in the hip hop museum next year. Don't put shit in that museum regarding him. I've been told you all that. BT Awards, when he got that award, I sat up on here and I said he should have never gotten that award. For what? What did he do? Hey, y'all praise this nigga like he started hip hop or some shit. He didn't start the remix. Y'all know that, right? Remixes was going on before Diddy. The best thing he
Exactly.
ever did was make Biggie a legend. That's the best thing he ever did. All that other shit, he treated all his artists like shit. He robbed them blind. He didn't give a fuck about Craig Mack. He didn't give a fuck about Black Rob. He let Sean go to jail for 10 years. What legend is he? Again, I'm going to ask people because the same motherfuckers, when I was saying this 2 years ago, y'all got up on here and said, no, try you wrong. He's a legend. Of what? Bad Boy is dead. What is he a legend of? Can't throw R. Kelly did his dirt, but R. Kelly is more of a legend than Diddy is. When it comes to music, R. Kelly's more of a legend. They both bad. They both did bad shit. Legendary ad libs, my ass. He's the only one that was saying those ad libs. Nobody else was saying his shit.
Yeah, legendary ad libs. Where?
Nobody, yeah, but nobody else was saying the shit that he was saying. It was only him.
What was?
When he,
Come on.
that even
Yeah,
that clip of Mark Curry when Mark Curry is talking about what's the song that he wrote for Diddy?
come with me. That whole the one with the Led Zeppelin
Right,
sample.
and he's telling them how to rap it, and he was rapping it like goofy and shit. A legendary executive? No, he's not even that. He's not even that. He had an eye for talent, I guess you could say, and styling. He was styling, the imagery of styling Jodeci and Mary and Father MC. I'll give him that. When it comes to like promoting shit, oh yeah, he's a great promoter because he was doing party promotions at Howard University when he was there. But a terrible executive. The fact that you can sleep if he had no problem sleeping with his own artists, with Cassie and with Aubrey, who knows what he did with Mary? She been quiet this whole time. She ain't say shit.
She been busy being Monet and dealing with them Tiaras and shit. She ain't got time for Puffy.
I'm not giving no shade to Cassie. Cassie was young. She was vulnerable. She didn't know what she gotten herself into. That's all on Diddy. You know what I'm saying? That would be like saying like, yo, like OJ Simpson killed Nicole Brown Simpson. Is it Nicole's fault? So Nicole was married to a killer that she didn't even fucking know. So it's her fault too, right? Nah, that's all on OJ.
People will always find a way to blame it on
Morally and business wise, what shit y'all can't see about this dude, yo? Morally and business wise, he's a terrible executive. Every artist on Bad Boy had an issue with this nigga. Either
us.
they dead or they broke.
He wanted to be the last man standing.
He was not no great executive. He was bad. He was bad to all of his artists. Like we've been hearing about him robbing his artists for decades. This is not something new. not paying the artist that he sampled from. The Ohio plays. They took him to court and they won because he sampled "Ready to Die" from that was an Ohio plays record. They won that case. So he didn't pay the Ohio players. He didn't pay Sting. The agreement was, I think, I think the residuals like Sting got or whatever. But he never paid Sting for the sample from the police for the, "I'll Be Missing You." So how are you sampling from other artists and you're not paying them for the samples? The youth excuse got to go. Sean, you sound crazy right now, bro. You must have got hurt from a female or something. You sound real crazy. Because I know that if that was your sister, if that was your mother, if that was your own wife, you wouldn't be talking like that. Is no way, is no point in that situation where Cassie was wrong. The only thing I would say was if Cassie actually knew what was going on and she had reported it a lot sooner, maybe he would have been doing more time in prison. There's no way in hell that you can sit up there and say that her getting her ass beat was her fault. You know how many niggas is in prison right now for domestic violence? There's a lot. There's a lot. There's more niggas in prison for domestic violence than anything else.
This is interesting.
Yeah, I'm an only child too, but what his thing is there's something going on with him from as a kid. Maybe he got traumatized as a kid, or something with his mom. There's something else going on with them besides just being an only child. That's super selfish to the point where your own dead artist, you saw your own dead artist get killed. Your own dead artist is paying for his funeral. That's something else than just being selfish.
Like how is that possible?
Even if Cassie slept with him for $1, you're missing the point.
Shit, this is just, huh?
So I hope you never ever go to prison, bro. Over no woman, because they will rape you in prison over shit like that. I'm telling you.
You gonna be their own girlfriend and shit. Yeah, 50 Cent. This might be some of his best work and shit, cause they captured it. This nigga captured
Not
everything.
not everyone thinks the same, but you sounding real crazy right now trying to defend Diddy for what happened with Cassie. How? Have you seen the videotape of him kicking her and beating her? How you defending him for I don't understand that. Whether she was young or older, like he shouldn't be doing that anyway to any woman. I hope you never get into any domestic violence with a woman, bro. Because guess what? They taking her side over yours.
So what would you say was the most shocking thing you learned from this documentary? If you
I
had
didn't
one,
I didn't learn nothing. I mean, everything we knew already. The only it was minor shit like the Eric Sermon thing, like Eric Sermon doing the beat for Mary and him not getting paid. I'm like, oh well, this is what did he do? He's done this to everybody. That part I didn't know about. The thing with Biggie, him having Biggie pay for his own funeral. That's crazy.
But that's your best friend.
No, that he was fronting like that was his friend. That was at the end of the day, that was an artist that he took advantage of. And Biggie was probably the only one on that label that saw the bullshit, which is why he renegotiated his contract after Ready to Die. Because I'm pretty sure 112 didn't do that. I'm pretty sure Total and Fake Devils didn't do that, and Cole Thomas and everybody else on that label. And Biggie from the streets, he saw the shit, which is why he was planning on leaving after his contract was up. And that would be a good enough reason for your CEO to kill your ass, and then blame it on the West Coast or whatever.
Trying to be the peacemaker at the '95 Social Wars. Trying to be the peacemaker and shit.
Yeah, there's women unfortunately that choose to be with them, but it doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that there was probably people around them that knew the situation and knew was wrong, they never came up and said, "Yo, this is wrong. You got to stop doing this shit," because they were all afraid of him. So they're to blame also. If Cassie had a family and friends around her that knew the situation and didn't do shit, they wrong as well.
Exactly. Huh.
Kim, remember Kim was writing a book, and she died before she could have that book be published. So what's in that book that was scaring him? What did he know about that book that he didn't want that book to come out?
That's a good question. We may never know that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because the book is not out. They said Kamora Lee have the book that she knows because she was friends with Kim. That Kamora Lee knows about what's in the book. Kamora Lee ain't dead yet. I'm just saying.
Yeah. This
And
document
and,
is
y-
so.
and y'all thought Kanye was bad. Y'all thought
Y'all,
Kanye was bad. He worse than Kanye.
y'all thought Suge Knight was bad. Well, no, wait, no. Hey, I'm being real. Let me just say something about Suge Knight. Suge Knight may have been ruthless, but he controversial to he looked out for his artists more than Puff did. All them lawyers he got for Snoop's murder trial and shit, getting pop bailed out and stuff like that too. I mean, hell, even Al B. Sure said he got most protection from Suge Knight when Suge Knight was his bodyguard. Because shit, he used to be bodyguard from Bobby Brown back in the day and
Mhm.
shit. Al B. Sure said that he got most of his protection from Suge Knight.
Even if that was the case, even if Cassie was a gold digging hoe and she slept with this man for luxury, he should never get beat for that. That's my whole point. Even regardless of whatever the case was with him or her, she should never get beat. That's my whole point. She's a woman.
This conversation just turning all left field. Like what?
I can't believe that y'all niggas is defending Diddy for Cassie. Come on, man.
It's like these people they work with him, trying to get a deal in the music industry, trying to follow his footsteps. When they see the shit that he does, it's just
What
gonna
did-
catch
what
them
did
loose.
what did J Lo know right after that case was signed? J Lo left him. What does J Lo know? 'Cause I'm pretty sure J Lo knows shit.
She kept quiet since '99. We may never know.
She's a victim regardless, whether she was with them for luxury or not. She got her ass beat. That's the whole point. You haven't been to jail, Sean. It's so apparent. You have not been to jail. Go out there and catch a case, and then come back to me and tell me how many niggas in jail right now is in there for domestic violence.
Lord have mercy.
Exactly.
Jeez.
It don't matter. She could be a prostitute or a hooker. It wouldn't matter. The point is she got her ass beat, and it was continuously. Exactly. So exactly, that's exactly what I'm talking about. If you had went to jail, you would know what I'm talking about. There are people in jail that are there for domestic violence. It is not they're not in there for drugs and everything else. Half of black men that's in jail are in there for domestic violence.
And in this generation, they make jail and prison seem like it's fun as fuck. Like now they have social media in prison and jails now. Niggas have cell phones in jails, videotaping that shit like it's fun as fuck. I'm like this whole generation is just lost, man. Y'all think y'all gonna make it in jail, in prison? Y'all think that shit's cool? No. Yeah, you make some good points, Sean. You made a lot of great points on this shit.
I think 50 Cent should get an Oscar for this shit.
I agree.
He got
NAACP,
he got to get an Emmy or something.
BET Award. Yo, 50 doing making it big though. Shit. Hell, next he's gonna come up with that Ja Rule documentary or that game documentary.
Right?
that
The
Rick
Javu,
Ross documentary. That
the
Rick
Javu
Ross and Meek Mill
documentary is next.
The what?
Oh,
You said the
good.
what documentary is next?
The Javu documentary is next.
Nah, that Rick Ross documentary.
Oh no.
nah, nah, Ja Rule and 50 Cent, like low key. Part of me feels like they secretly squashed the beat, but they just keep it going just for entertainment's sake. Part of me feels like that, but part of me feels like nah. Speaking of the game, he took on talking about free
No,
R.
I
Kelly.
didn't use the jail example because I used the jail example because I went to jail before. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, black men are in jail mostly for domestic violence. They're not in there for little shit like weed. They're not. Nobody's getting arrested for weed anymore. Trust me on that.
Come to
Black
North
men
Carolina.
across the country that are in prison for domestic violence. It's more of them in there for that than anything else. Don't think because you see me and I'm trial like you know me. I've been to jail before, nigga. That's the problem with social media. People think that they see a post and they know who this person is. You don't know shit about me.
Happy Biggie Day.
You want to defend Diddy? That's your business. I'm telling you, I've been to jail. I've seen it. Black men are in jail mostly for domestic violence.
Any more thoughts on this documentary?
Well, it didn't change how I feel about him. I still feel like he's a piece of shit and he's one of the worst executives ever. And he needs to be in prison for life. He shouldn't even. I don't understand how he only got 4 years. I'm not getting emotional about nothing. I'm speaking my truth. You just sound like a fucking fool. Okay, you want to sit up there and defend a black man hitting on a woman for what? What does that say about your character? Okay, Diddy's a piece of shit, and he should rot in prison. He's wrong to everybody, and this is like finally now people see like they were talking about this shit since the '90s about this dude. Wendy Williams was talking about this shit for '90s, and people was laughing at Wendy like she didn't know what she was talking about. You know what I'm saying? After this, there should be no more Diddy documentaries. We don't need no more because we already know that he's a piece of shit. We already know what he's done. Right? He comes out in 4 years, then what? Like what foolish new artist wants to work with Diddy? He has no more clout. It's time people realize that and start speaking out about this dude. Like, don't be afraid to speak out about him. You know, he just done too much crazy shit to on his even on his own label. This is the reason why Bad Boy is no longer around. Man, you sound stupid, man. Victimizing hoes, you sound crazy. For real. Like something's wrong with you. See, maybe you related to Diddy, for all we know. You defending this nigga like what he did was right. I don't care if Cassie was a $2 hooker. It's still he was still wrong for doing that.
Mm. Yeah, man. I feel like you should watch the Eddie Murphy documentary.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Do that
And
review.
let's do something uplifting because all this Diddy week and all this Diddy and Epstein and all that shit. It's like I'm kind of diddied out by this point. But what you got going on? What you got going on and shit? See,
Tomorrow,
I saw you.
tomorrow I'm doing tomorrow Friday nights at 9 p.m. It's me and the homie movie AV Impulse on Fuckable Opinions, the new podcast. We're gonna be doing we're gonna be talking about the '90s hip hop fashion brands like Cross Colors and Cork and I, Maurice Malone with a special guest, 4K D-Ray, and we got merch out, we got t-shirts, we got hoodies coming. It's great, man. I'm defending the hoe. Okay, well let me defend that hoe then. I'm gonna defend that hoe. That hoe took his money. I'm gonna defend that hoe because he was wrong for beating that hoe. And you know what? When you beat a hoe, you going to jail for that, whether you're a celebrity or not.
Victimizing the whole man. I swear, man, y'all be coming to be victimizing the hoes. That should be a
Mm-mm-mm.
song. You should make that into a song. Try.
Yeah, right. That's the next single. Victimizing the hoe.
I'm weak, boy.
You should play Diddy for Halloween next year.
So, you remember that song last night?
Uh,
That press. You know that song's about him stalking Cassie and shit.
see, and you got poor Keisha Cole is on the damn song with him.
Last night, I didn't even get an answer. Trying
Wow.
to call niggas, y'all were dancing to that shit back in the day. Y'all were dancing to that shit back in the day and stuff like that. But if you, listen to that fucking
Mm-mm-mm.
lyric.
Mm-mm-mm.
Last night, I didn't even get an answer.
Wow.
Shit,
And she was probably with Kid Cudi or Ryan Leslie at that point.
poor Keisha Cole. Mm. Well, at least he looks like he's having a good time in prison anyway. All them pictures of him smiling, and
And that's bad. That's sad.
I say just leave him in prison. I say just
He
leave him
should be.
there.
He should be.
By the way, you got my text, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I say just leave him there.
Just leave
Just
him there.
let him have fun. It looks like he's having a lot of fun.
That's only gonna build his rep up to say like, yo, I did 4 years in prison after all the foul shit that he did. He can be bragging about that shit when he get out.
But who's gonna care if he gets out?
Yeah. There's still people that care about him.
Shit. Anyway, I'm about well. How much would you rate this documentary?
You know, I would like a 10 out of 10 or five. What we ranking it?
I guess 5 mics, man.
Five. Just the fact that 50 was able to get all this footage that Diddy was recording his own self and get the people involved in it. It was great. You know.
Yeah, that
And,
that Rick
but
Ross.
you have credible people. You have credible people in this, like Eric Sermon. You know, like Kirk Burrows, like Butt Naked Tim Dog. You know what I'm saying? Like these are people that's been in the industry for a long time. Capricorn Clark. You know, who's gonna sit up there and say that Eric Sermon is lying? And he's been through his own shit with his own group. You know what I'm saying? Tim Dog was responsible for the Lost Boys. He was doing stuff with them when they came out and Heavy D and the boys in them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll be sure. I just saw I'll be sure this summer at Rock the Bells, and he looked healthy. He's dancing.
Oh, he's
He's
back
not. He's not.
performing now. So-
Yeah, he was at Rock the Bells. He was performing. You know, he had a book that's supposed to come out in September. Where's that book at? It hasn't dropped yet. That was the book. This tell-all book that you can tell everything. It's already December. The book is not out yet.
Probably got
You
blocked
know,
at the moment.
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna give this 5 mics as well too. Yeah, this was pretty good. This was a pretty good documentary and everything. The footage and everything, the editing and everything. I was like, this was some top level kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So yeah, man. Thank y'all so much for watching, giving everyone's opinions about this shit. Also, thanks for the love I got for the CD recap video I recently put out. So be on the lookout for some more recap videos. I'm gonna try to put out some more. I gotta finish up everything because, like I said, this whole year has been a clusterfuck and everything like that too. But anything you want to say before we head out?
Nope.
All right, and watch out for the baby oil. Hope you have a good night.
All right.
Hope you have a good and hope y'all
Yeah.
be safe out there. And y'all stream this shit on Netflix. Peace.
Peace.